Here it is. Hello folks, and welcome to Netcruzer RC. This is an ARRMA Granite 4x4, and this is a 1/10 scale four-wheel drive RC truck by ARRMA. I've actually had this in my possession since late February, but I'm just finally going to unbox it now. Finally, we're in springtime, nice weather. It's time for my, what seems like yearly, outdoor unboxing of a new RC truck. Very excited that ARRMA survived. Thankfully, Horizon Hobby bought Hobbico for $16 million, so they get ARRMA, Axial, and a bunch of other, what used to be Hobbico brands. I got this from Big Boys with Cool Toys. I got this for $195 Canadian. I've got the ARRMA Granite incentives on for 35% off. They're down to $195 for the 4x4. They're regular $310. That's crazy. Getting one. That just came out at the end of 2017, so they're fairly new on the market. I'm excited to get one and try it. As for the included accessories, you get the TTX 3-channel transmitter, servo, brushed motor, the battery, and the charger. Waterproof, brushed power, 2-year warranty. All you need to get it running is 4 AA batteries. Here it is. Get a book, tools. Comes with the Tactics TTX 300 transmitter. And this one actually is considered a ready to run. So it actually includes a nickel metal hydride 7-cell battery as well. So it does include a battery charger. This is just a wall wart with a Dean's plug. You don't really want to use this unless you have nothing else, but it's just something so that you can recharge the included battery that it comes with. It is LiPo capable. 2S officially. I just thought for the price of it, it's a really cool platform actually. It's got a lot of potential here. If you put a brushless system in this, it becomes quite a beast. So I could do that very easily. Because it's one screw and you can take out the entire power module, which is your motor and gears. It is a metal gear diff with full ball bearings. More information about the easy access power module, how easy it is. You can take out things such as your ESC and servo and 5 screws, and your entire power system with 1 screw, as well as easy access diffs. Now I chose to get this in the green color, but you can get it in a red as well. Let me just get the plastic cover off of the body here. Something I really like is the ARRMA 4x4s come with the clip retainers. This makes life a lot easier. And here's the platform. It's an all-new platform by ARRMA, and it is very plastic, but actually designed quite well. Where this is your nickel metal hydride battery here. You've got steering servo, ESC, brushed 12-turn motor. And it is 4-wheel drive, somewhat Traxxas style plastic sliding drive shafts everywhere. But from what I've heard, the quality and durability is actually better for quite a bit less cost too. For the price that I got it for, unbelievably good value. I've shown this truck before in a hobby shop, and yeah, we took it for a little test drive in the hobby shop, but now I own one. Now this truck does have plastic shocks, plastic shock caps. They seem to be well protected in the shock tower. It is a brush motor. Now if I actually cared about trying to make this brush motor last as long as I could, I would potentially take it out and try and seat the brushes, do like a proper water break-in. But I'm likely just going to run this for a couple of runs stock before I put in a brushless system. It does have some nice design features such as clip retainers. This is a fairly big enough battery tray to accept most 2-cell LiPos. The ESC has a nice heatsink on it, but no fan. You do have a jumper switch here to switch between nickel metal hydride and LiPo. And the servo is, I believe it's plastic gears and lower torque than what's on the other ARRMAs. So I do expect the servo to not last very long, but that's just what you get as an entry-level 4-wheel drive vehicle. This is essentially the cheapest ready-to-run 4-wheel drive available that is decent. Radio is something I've mentioned before about the ARRMAs. It's the Tactics TTX 300, and the design of it is actually quite nice. I like the industrial design, but I don't like the wheel foam. It tapers off, it's a little bit uncomfortable, and a little bit small. It's good for kids. It's bound to one model only. There is no multi-model memory. So I'm going to put my 4 AA's in Okay, now I'm going to power it on for the first time on camera just so you see what happens. Something I am noticing is that the steering dual rate is on like an angle, throttle trim is completely down, and steering trim is about a quarter of the way turned. So I guess that's how they calibrated it from the factory. You might want to take off some things and fix that, but we'll see here. We'll power it on, we'll see. Radio always on first, power radio on, red light, plugging in the truck. Turn on the truck. Okay, check your steering. And then check throttle. And you want to check your slipper. So I'm going to just hold on to the front here. And you just want to feel how much slip there is. It seems... And actually that does seem kind of loose, so I am going to tighten up the slipper. Whenever you get a new RC, I always recommend for you to check the gear mesh between the pinion and the spur and check your slipper tightness. Now, you don't necessarily have to take it all apart to do that. You can just kind of test it by rolling it back and forth, making sure that it has good mesh. It doesn't sound weird. But if you want to be really thorough about it, you would want to take the screws out to take a peek inside and check the mesh. I did just try and tighten it, but you don't get any tools with the truck to do that. So I used a needleless plier, and I was trying to hold on to that nut, this nut here on the drive shaft. If you hold that and then roll the truck forward, it tightens your slipper clutch. All right, that's a little bit tighter than factory. I don't really like that setup too much, but yeah, that's better. That's much better now. The other thing I wanted to show you about this truck that is kind of a bummer is it uses non-standard wheel hexes. It's a 7mm to take the wheel off. Yeah, and that's what's non-standard about it, is that they're too big of wheel hexes. This is a 14mm wheel hex, which means that it will not work with most aftermarket rims. Pretty much there's nothing on the market that's a 14mm. So that's what this is. Thankfully, the tires on this truck are good. I don't really expect to be changing them, but yeah, something to be aware of. Check on the ARRMA forums for ways to work around that, because that is a little bit different than most other RCs. I do like how it has the shock protector cover, and some of the design features are actually pretty nice. It's got good shock travel. So yeah, let's go take it for a spin. I think that's it. Battery's dead already. Battery's not charged out of the factory. Get this guy out of here. Get the clip out. Now when you do run LiPo, you have to change your jumper. This jumper over one for LiPo cutoff. There. We are on. We are in LiPo mode. Okay, here we go. LiPo power. Much better on LiPo.